Everyone's talking now about a world in which the driver is potentially absent in our motoring world, and yet, like you, I'm passionate about driving and what it's like to drive. How do you handle this?
So it's an interesting topic, and I know we're going to figure this out together, but we can take the driver out of the machine, but I don't think we're going to take the love of the machine out of the driver.
Steve, anything to say on that?
We spend a lot of our time in cars doing really mundane things like sitting in traffic, waiting at traffic lights, or in a long commute where the fun aspect really isn't there. So why shouldn't we let technology do the work for us?
Lord March, what do you think?
Modern motorsport, I guess, in a way, which some of us may not love, has to reflect people's values and what people want nowadays, and it's reflecting new values. It reflects sustainability, it reflects things people have got to take notice of, so at the moment it's got to go in that direction.
Andy?
Chris, I'm like you, racer. I just fancy my chances against any robot, I tell you. I would happily, obviously, in terms of safety, get in that car and let it go, but to be fast on a racetrack, I would want to be in control.
And where do we stand, Dave, on the subject of when you want to be driven?
I think the solution is going to find itself to be, sort of a split solution between that time that you do want to be driven and you can be more productive, you can do some work, you can do it safely, but then you can just go and have fun when you want to. I think that's okay. I mean, I don't think this is a replacement for the driver. I think it's an enhancement to our lives.
How do you then take this technology and make it attractive to the customer?
I think the entertainment still will rely on the people, and just as people now use their leisure time to race and to be competitive, that they'll still be doing that.
So, Dave, you've still got a job, kind of stuff.
We'll teach you autonomous vehicle how to do donuts up the hill.
Knowing the technology you have at your disposal, and this wonderful machine I have behind me, how far into the future until you could deploy software in that thing that could beat him around a lap of Le Mans?
I think that mobility and autonomy has its place to solve a number of the social issues that we have. If you spend time in any city, it's a challenge to move around and get from one appointment to another. And I think we have an obligation as a company with the technology that we have available to us to fix those issues before they become completely unmanageable. But I like to think that in the future we'll be known for our driving DNA and perhaps our riding DNA as well, because we'll be able to turn the ride experience into something that only Ford are able to deliver, just as we've been able to do that with the driving side on the performance vehicles.
Well, I think that's a good time to wrap it up. Thank you very much, everyone, for your input.